high school experience was an experience. My freshman year was normal. I came into high school like every other freshman girl did. I wanted to be asked to homecoming and to prom, and I wanted to go to football games. I wanted to be popular, and I wanted the high school experience that you see in movies. And I honestly thought I was gonna get it, and I let myself down. My sophomore year is the year that everything went to shit, and that's where the story starts. My sophomore year, I got put into a class that was mainly a lot of guys, and I didn't have a lot of friends, so I started making YouTube videos. I would sing on YouTube. I wasn't great. Still, I'm not that great, but it was fun, and I liked doing it, and it made me happy, so I did it. And because no one really knew who I was, I figured no one would pay attention to it. I was in San Francisco at an audition for modeling, and one of my friends called me, "Have you been on Snapchat lately?" And I said, "No, why?" She told me to look at so-and-so's story. I hung up the phone and I looked at the story. There was a bunch of guys in that class playing my video on a TV or something, or on a laptop, and they were all huddled around, and they were mimicking me and laughing at me, and just, it destroyed me. I spent the rest of that audition crying in a bathroom, and that's when it all started. I went to school, and I walked into that class, and the first thing I heard was my voice on someone's phone, and everyone huddled around it. And that's when the name calling started, and the singing the songs I covered while I was walking down the hallway started. Every time I got up in that class, someone had something to say, and they weren't afraid to say it, and no one was going to stick up for me. And I was so quiet and so shy, I just ignored it. And I didn't say anything back, and I didn't defend myself. I stopped coming to school. When I was at school, I would walk different ways to avoid those people. I would walk the longer way just to avoid everyone making fun of me. Every day that I was there, before that class, I would go to the nurse's office and pretend I was sick so I could go home. And my education suffered from it. I was just so embarrassed and so upset, and I just wanted everything to go away. I wanted everyone to stop making fun of me. I wanted it to go back to the way it was freshman year when no one knew who I was. That class and the people in that class destroyed my confidence. Made fun of my facial features, made me want a nose job as a sophomore in high school, made fun of my body, and then all the rumors started. The older guys would try to talk to me, and I'm a little sophomore, so I'd get excited, and then they'd make up rumors about things that I did with them when I hadn't even had my first kiss yet. And that's when the word slut came into play, and I was slut shamed for things that I didn't even know I did. Things that I could have sworn never happened, but apparently for everyone else they did. And that's when everyone decided that it was cool to unlike me, even if you had never had a conversation with me in your life. I hated going to school so much that all my grades dropped, and no one knew how to fix it, and they didn't try. They just let it happen. So I didn't come to school. And that was when I was told that I could transfer to a continuation school, and I was terrified. This continuation school had a reputation for being the school with a bunch of delinquents and high school dropouts and idiots, and I knew that the second I went there, everyone would apply those names to me. And I already had enough names at that point. I got all my teachers to sign this form saying that I could transfer, and I asked all of them very politely if they could not mention anything to anybody because I didn't want people to know. And the next day I started at my continuation school. It was nothing like anyone said it was. And that day I got a Snapchat from one of the guys in that class, and he knew. And then everyone knew. There was rumors about me doing drugs and ending up there when I had never done a drug in my life. And there was even a rumor about me being pregnant. So that was a cool one. Hadn't had sex, so that didn't make any sense. I'm like Jane the Virgin. So while I was at my continuation school, I was still dancing at the first school because I wanted to be a part of something. When I would come and perform my games right before I ran on, I was nervous as hell, by the way. I mean, you're dancing in front of an entire school, like, it's scary. They would scream, "You don't go here, go back to your school, no one likes you." And there were so many times where I'd want to run off crying. These people literally made me not only hate myself, but the one thing that I really, really loved doing. I also hated that at this point. I hated dance. I didn't want to go. The junior year, I stayed at my continuation school. A lot of it died down. A lot of the guys that made fun of me were now trying to text me and be all nice, and it disgusted me. They had literally broken down all of my confidence and made me hate myself, and then all of a sudden they wanted to talk to me. You have to understand that when you're in high school, anything bad that happens feels like the end of the world, because you're going to be there for 4 years, and 4 years seems like it's going to take forever, and it's so long when you're that age, and you feel like it's never going to end. I felt like I was stuck in this place where everyone was constantly going to treat me like shit, and I couldn't do anything about it. And it didn't stop at school. When I transferred schools, then it started to go online, because they didn't see me in person, so they had to come after me somehow. I would post a picture, and another girl would post a picture, and she'd get praised and get a ton of likes, and I would get told to deactivate my Twitter account. I never understood why me. I still to this day don't understand why it was me. I wanted people to have a conversation with me before judging me as a person because of what they'd heard. Because I knew that I was a good person. I knew I wasn't a slut. And I just wanted everyone to see that, and they didn't give me a chance. I missed prom. I missed senior ball. I missed a ton of football games and basketball games, and everything that you look forward to in high school, I missed. Because I was terrified. And I wanted everyone to forget about me, and I just thought if I didn't show up to things, then people would. And unfortunately, they didn't, so I would have been better off actually having a high school experience, because they would have made fun of me regardless. I came back my senior year, and the day before my senior year, I came home and my door had some not so nice words on it, and they basically told me to stay at my continuation school. And that's how my senior year started. I just spent so much time hating myself and just constantly thinking there's something wrong with me. There has to be. I'm annoying. I must talk too much. I tried everything. I tried to stay quiet. I tried to not post anything on social media. None of it worked. It was just they always found something to say, and it never stopped. Every time I had to step foot on that campus, I'd put my earbuds in and I'd play a happy, upbeat song, and I'd walk with my head up high, and I'd pretend like I was the most confident girl in the world. And really, I was holding back tears. When you're in high school, you're already going through a little identity crisis. You're already just trying to get people to like you. Like, when everyone's against you for no reason, it makes high school feel like it's never-ending hell. My senior year, I got there, and I was there for about 4 months, and all of it changed a little bit. I wasn't so much like humiliated in person. It was more online and just like rumors that I would hear about myself casually, and I hated it. I hated every single day of that 4 months because I knew I was in a place where I was unwanted, and so I transferred back to my continuation school, and I graduated from there. And then the rumors started again about me being stupid and failing all my classes, and I couldn't make it there. I had all A's when I transferred, and no one asked me. They just made it up and went with it. Everyone just decided they hated me, and they went with it, and regardless of what I said, it didn't matter because they already hated me. I am out of high school making YouTube videos, and you would think that no one cared, but my last couple of videos, people paid to get dislikes on them. Like a massive amount of dislikes that like wasn't even possible. It hurts. Because to this day, I still don't know why all these people dislike me, and I still don't know what I did to them. Because half of them I've never had a real conversation with. If you went to high school with me, I forgive everybody. Maybe that's a weakness, maybe that's a strength, who knows. But I do forgive everybody, and I don't have a grudge against anyone. Because I'm not gonna take all the hate that I got and turn it into hate myself. I'm happy. I took everything that happened and it made me a stronger, better person. Everything I say is written in stone because every single time I tweet something, Snapchat something, say something publicly, someone has something negative to say. I didn't get the high school experience that I wanted. I didn't get the little High School Musical experience where everything's happy and fantastic. I'm a stronger person now, yeah, but it destroyed my confidence and it almost made me go backwards. To this day, I still look in the mirror and I see every negative thing that someone said about me. See all the features on my face and my body that everyone gave me shit for. I still see that. At the same time, I'm so numb to all those words and all the shit that I got for no reason that when I get it now, it doesn't affect me. It's really the ones from way back that still stick in my head. I hope you guys took something out of this video. I hope you realize that what you say to someone does actually affect them in the future. Some made fun of me. I have YouTube channels now, and they're doing exactly what I'm doing. And I sit there and I like and I subscribe. I'm not going to take all the negative things that happen to me and put out negative things in the world. I know how it feels and I'm not doing it to other people.